channel. A very, very flexible feature. All right, the next input are the outside device inputs. And we have the next one is OS video, for outside video, single RCA video input. And the audio for that is coax 2. Now the reason that is coax 2 is because we've taken the audio that is the outside device audio right next to it, and that is going to an analog to digital converter into the coax input of the receiver. That way, when you have a regular video input with your stereo analog audio, it's up converted so you can do 7.1 sound with it. Also, that single composite input is up converted to 1080p. So your outside device gives you 7.1 1080p. Pretty cool. The next input is outside S-video. So we're taking the S-video from the outside, and that is also up converted to 1080p. And the audio for that is another coaxial input that has its analog audio up converted to digital, so that you can also do 7.1 surround sound with that. So once again, if you have a component or an S-video input with the audio getting up converted, you can get the 7.1 up conversion. All right, our next input on this is the component input. And with our component input here, we have a coax right next to it. So your component device allows you to take the coax for the sound, and you're able to get your best audio that way. If you had a component device that only had analog audio output, which happens on occasion, you could plug your analog audio into outside device 1 or 2, and it's a fairly simple, quick procedure to change the menu function to assign one of those audios with your component. So it's really a great flexibility. Our next input that we did is the outside HDMI input. And this is a real simple one. You've got HDMI 1 and outside HDMI 2. And those are both assigned to HDMI inputs in the receiver. And that gives you your full audio video with great flexibility. Now, our next one is independent switching with the audio. So, if you want to take outside audio 1 all by itself, maybe you want to play an iPod or do something else with that, it's going through coax 2, it's already set, so you just simply select that particular input and you've got your 7.1. The next outside analog audio is also assigned additionally that way. So once again, you've got 2 audio outputs that you can have and not assign them to video, and that allows you some other flexibility. We've also done that with the coax input. The coax audio input also has its own audio assigned channel without video that keeps your video free on your system, gives you some other options. Our next input is the Blu-rays. Now we've got the Blu-rays connected with HDMIs for the audio, but the video for the HDMIs are being sent a separate path, and they're not going through the receiver at all. So we've connected the component outputs from the Blu-ray 1 and Blu-ray 2, and those are our next 2 inputs that we've assigned. And we've assigned the audio for that to be coax 4. What we've done with this is we've taken the stereo audio output, we're going through this preamp, and then the preamp is sent to coax 4, which is up converted from analog to digital, which will give you a synthetic 7.1 sound. The reason for this is if you are doing a regular movie, definitely use the audio HDMI input and take it direct to get the best quality sound. If you want to do a 2D to 3D conversion of your DVD, then what you need to do to get a synthetic 7.1 surround sound is you're going to have to run the audio separately. There's a little bit of a trick to the UMC-1 in that it does not let you have a component and HDMI output at the same time, so we've done a little bit of a workaround here. So it works great, and there are some things you could do if you still wanted to have the HDMI as your sound with the component output. But in general, here's a button push on the fly, simple solution for that we pre-wired and built into the system. So those are the inputs of the receiver and how they're set up. And on the remote here, we are able to take